about, oh, my butt's hurting me. I gotta call a doctor right now. Doctor, my butt's hurting me because Todd McFarlane said something so offensive, so cruel.
In the ass end of space, even aliens watch Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. Duke Nukem approves this guy.
Now, when I say the name Todd McFarlane, you think of things like this: a coffee table book with some of his greatest artwork ever recorded. Also, in 1988, God, I wish I can build a time machine and go back to that moment and get the first few issues of The Amazing Spider-Man. Remember when Todd McFarlane redefined? He actually went against what Marvel wanted, gave Spidey the big eyes, the very detailed web suit. Then later on, of course, he went on to do Spawn. We had Angelica, that iconic character. And McFarlane, yeah, I would say that sometimes he goes off the deep end very slightly. I mean, if you've seen his proposal for his Spawn reboot movie, where it's darker, it's grittier, people die, people get ripped apart. Todd can't direct, but he can direct panels in his comic books. I think he's a good dude, and he's Canadian, so that's just a bonus in my opinion. But he took part in an interview last weekend with a YouTuber who I follow called shartimusprime. Very, very cool dude. Collects action figures, talks about them on his channel. Very, very good guy. Very much a geek, like proper geeks, not a fake geek. He's not a female geek where if it was a female fake geek, they'll be like, oh, Superman, so he's a Marvel character then? So the comment, and I say it's an opinion more than a comment, that rubbed some people up the wrong way on Twitter, because like Dave Chappelle says, Twitter is not a real world, it's not a real place, where basically McFarlane said that boys don't like to play with female action figures. He's not wrong. Now look, the only female action figure I have at the moment is Jessica Jones. I'm not a big fan of the Funko Pop style toys, but I happen to like this one because Kristen Ritter is smoking hot. I like her. She wears tight jeans, she wears a tight t-shirt and a leather jacket. Objectifiably hot, of course. And that's kind of the reason why I got this, because it's just a cutesy bootsy figure. But then for some reason they zipped up her leather jacket, which I didn't realize until now. So shame on them for doing that. But also, I would like to collect some more female figures in my small abattoir of a bat cave. And if I was to go for one right now, probably a Batgirl, maybe, like the proper Batgirl. That's the one I'm talking about. This article goes on to say, well, he tells a horrible story about a boy receiving a gift and was disappointed when he opened it up and it was a female action figure. Well, first of all, bleeding cool because you're bleeding woke. Were you there when it happened? Probably not. And this article makes me laugh because they were throwing shade at McFarlane. And actually, McFarlane, when you sit down and hear this guy makes some of the best collectible toys ever. The man makes millions of dollars every month, maybe every day, as far as I know. So let's delve into this because it is pretty funny. Now, some guy called Matt Borzillo got really upset at that comment. Now, I went over to Matt's page, his own Twitter page, where he actually made this attack. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Really, Todd McFarlane? A boy getting a female superhero figure as a gift immediately makes you do a serial killer comparison? As a kid, I got Rogue, Jean Grey, Phoenix, etc. and haven't killed anyone yet. There you go. God, I knew you were a tool, but this solidifies it. Now, if you just go over to Matt's page himself, okay, so his profile is, he's a 30-something-year-old father here to talk movies, figures and sports, and whatever other nonsense that comes to mind. However, this is the guy that's got the Jean Grey figures, all the X-women basically, the X-Men women, that's what I like to say, just to wind people up. But if you click on his profile photo here, Halloween, Santa Mira, I don't know what that is actually, just maybe some reference to Halloween, Gremlins, I can't remember who that dude is, but I can't see any female action figures in this lineup. Now, unless I'm missing something, I can't see it myself. There's Freddy there's like Freddy Krueger on the left-hand side. And yeah, I can't, if there are females here, they're probably hidden in the back somewhere. So put your money where your mouth is, Matt. You know, if you're going to go slagging off and swearing at people like Todd McFarlane because they said something that you highly and wholly disagree with, well, that's their opinion. Yeah, and I think that Todd McFarlane is right. So I tell you what, why don't we just go on over to Shartimus Prime's YouTube channel and watch the segment that people got so butthurt about. Oh, my butt's hurting me. I gotta call a doctor right now. Doctor, my butt's hurting me because Todd McFarlane said something so offensive, so cruel.
Your son comes home and he gets straight A's for a year, and you go, you know what, we're gonna buy you a gift. Your dad and I are going out, and we're gonna bring you a gift. We're gonna bring you action figures. And you go out and you look at mom and dad are in the aisle and they go, hey, any Batman? Yep, not getting it. Superman? Yep, not gonna get it. Captain America, Hulk, Spidey? Nope.
No, not getting it.
Oh, what about some Transformers? Oh, robots, super cool. No. How about some Ben 10, sort of cool, you know, sort of creepy crawly? Yep, no, we're not gonna get that either. Oh, Godzilla, King Kong. Oh, no. How about Jurassic Park? Dinosaurs, right? No. Oh, I'm going to get me this girl figure. And then you're going to come home, you're going to give it to your kid. He's going to be super anxious because you're waiting all day. Then you're going to pull out the bag and you're going to give it to him. And he's going to go, Now, again, he's a nice boy. You've raised him right, so he's not going to say anything he shouldn't. But he's just going to ask, thank you, but before I go to my room, can I just sort of ask a couple questions, Mom?
Were there Transformers? Were there Hulks?
Superhero dudes? Oh, yeah. Okay. Did they have any robots? Oh, yeah, lots of robots. Should have seen monsters, of course. Creatures, yes. Military, yes. Okay, they had all of that. And what about dinosaurs, aliens? Oh, shit, you should have seen the pigs. And you got me...
Hey, freaking Barbie. What a Chad. He's right. I've got nothing against female action figures when they're done right. But he's absolutely true. Now, remember the article in Bleeding Cool where they said, he tells this awful long story. He just gave an example. He's not said it's a true story. He talks about a fictional kid. If you bring them up well, they've done well and they got grade A's, you want to get them a really cool figure or action figures as a reward. That's what he was illustrating. He didn't say, well, based on a true story, this kid went into the Walmarts and blah, 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 blah. And it's really funny as well because I saw some articles here actually, or some responses. Now, Jason Millet says a lot of female figures sell well for Marvel Legends. Some obscure ones are only there to appeal for collectors, but most action figure sales are collectors. And if you've ever been in a shopping aisle with a kid, they are likely to change their mind about at least 1,000 times, which is true. Matt Braswell says, yeah, most of those sell well because they are part of a BAF wave. Without that, they become peg warmers. I love it. And not just Legends and Multiverse lines. Masters of the Universe has Teela and Evil Lyn. And they went on clearance because nobody liked the TV show. I can go out tonight and buy about 100 Lady J's from Classified. Even female Transformers. Okay, I didn't know they existed. Are peg warmers. And let's not forget Star Wars Black Series. I can pick up a Jyn Erso from Walgreens if you need one. And she was only the lead in one of the most popular Star Wars movies released by Disney. That is so true. I like this one here from Michael Aguirre. He's 100% right. I have 3 kids and over 3,000 action figures. My son has exactly 0 female figures. My daughter has 2 male figures. The rest are all females. He knows what sells. He owns a freaking toy company. My ratio of villains and female figures to heroes is not even close. Robert Downey Jr.'s daughter has an Iron Man action figure. Obviously, you could probably say there's a little bit of influence there because her daddy, of course, was Tony Stark before Marvel got rid of him because, he's Caucasian and he's a very, very bad man. Yeah, I think this article from Bleeding Cool was a complete waste of time. It only kind of made them look more stupider in the process, which serves them right. And when people are coming at Twitter going, you upset me. I mean, get lost, F off. Look, apart from the Jessica Jones Funko Pop I have, if I was going to buy one after Batgirl, it'll be this 3D printer of Sue Storm here from the Fantastic Four. You know, the proper Sue Storm. So I would go for something like this. I mean, it's rocking. I mean, she looks hot, she looks sexy, she looks fucking badass. I love it. So that's it, folks. A quick video for you today on Todd McFarlane, an absolute legend, by the way. So you can disagree all you want with his very Chad Pro points about female figure toys not being as exciting as the male action toys. Optimus Prime, Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America, you name them. You know, the boys want toys that smash up things. It's just a sort of psychological thing, isn't it? It's what you warm to. And again, I've got nothing against female action figures, but if I'm going to buy them, it's going to be like Sue Storm, or you know, if you had other various lines like Hot Toys or Queen Studios, that maybe you wanted to make some female Gears of War figurines, you know, give me some Arnie Shroud, maybe some, Samantha Byrne, you know, have her, then not Kate Diaz, because she's a friggin' waste of time, that chick. But anyway, folks, if you enjoyed this video today, you know what to do already. Get your Willy Wonka out. I don't know why I said that, but it just sounded funny, so I'm sticking with it. Hit the subscribe button, like the like button, share this video, and by all means, if you find that you've been unsubscribed in error by YouTube, they're doing that right now, make sure you resubscribe, hit that bell notification for more videos when I upload them, and I will see you on my next upload.